And what's going on, guys? This is Subs No Dubs, episode 3, brought to you by your friend here at Casey.
Toonie?
And our, not so much a guest, but a really good friend here, TJ.
Third time in a row, baby.
Third time, bro. He's killing the game, bro. And we just enjoy conversations with him, so never question why he's on this show. We
My
love him
mic
to
is
death.
almost falling. Oh no.
And as that happens, his mic falls down. But we'll keep it going. So this week we'll be talking about, as you can see in our discussion board if you're on YouTube, we got the Demon Slayer promo art that came out. We're gonna be doing a shonen tier list. We're gonna be also doing oh my god, what are we doing? We're doing the state of shonen. And then we're always going to do our bi-weekly anime review, and this week we're going to be covering God of High School and Sword Art Online. So, before we hop into it, this week I was rewatching Haiku, because something about that show, I'll just never stop rewatching it, and it just makes me smile every time, man. I just finished season 4, and like, there's that little nuance, like, I didn't realize at the end of season 4, like, I completely left my mind that the guy had a twin brother. Tunes, you remember? The school from the
Miyatsuma?
Yeah, the guy, the amazing setter from Ahaku.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The amazing setter had a twin brother, and then I didn't realize.
Amazing.
I didn't realize that they showed us like a tease of like the actual like match. I forgot that they did like 2 points or something like that, and like I was so shocked that happened, and I'm like, whoa. Like, they really did leave us on, like, a crazy cliffhanger.
They left us on, like, one of the best serves in, like, the entire series.
Yeah, I definitely have to agree there. I think the way they left it, though, leaves for wanting more, though, and it's kind of good, though.
Yeah, they did it perfectly.
The whole problem, though, is are they going to be able to live up the hype when they come back?
I think they will. That show is not. That show hasn't missed
Like, they're
yet.
so consistent with this stuff, though. So
for me, like, I'm just waiting for them to make sure that, I feel like we would have already had episodes, correct? COVID
Yeah,
caused.
I think it was scheduled to be in July.
Yeah, so it was a decent wait that we were gonna have, but it just got extended because of COVID.
Ridiculously long.
Yeah, and then last night I watched the first episode of Rainbow, and man, what an interesting show! It starts off by giving you a photo of a little scene of them near a tree with all their names engraved in it, and I think it's just this is their memory of them saying we will survive prison. And then in the first episode you get an introduction of every character and how they got to prison, and then them being like genuinely like broken when they go to prison. They have like this really psychotic guard. His name is Ishihara, and I believe he's sadistic basically, and he's like senselessly beating these like teenagers. They're like 17 and 16-year-olds, and like the doctor comes and visit, like the doctor, right, of the prison, and like he like abuses them, like he, you know, like when they make you bend over and make sure that they check you in like prisons that you don't have stuff on your person.
yeah, prostate exam and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And they apparently use like a glass pole to do that. Like,
Jesus.
so it was like a really like explicit show, and I thought it was like such a real take. I was super excited about it, and like each of these kids, the reason that they went to prison was for like not normal reasons. One was standing up for his mother who was getting abused by a boyfriend. One was standing up for a kid that was being hit, like the teacher was hitting. So, like, each of their situations is a little bit different. And then they're introduced to their roommate. His name is, they call him Bro. And, like, they're all teenagers and they're just kind of prison. They have this idea that it's fight or flight. Mm-hmm. And so, I guess he was, like, a trained boxer or something. And he just beat the snot out of all 6 of them. And it was, like, their introduction to prison. And them, like, realizing, you know, they're not just because there's 6 of them doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm like, this show caught me right away. It's a bit more of a darker tone, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it's gonna be a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I believe on my anime list it has an 8.53. So I hope it keeps getting better.
How many seasons is it? Do you know?
It's a 1 season show
Mhm.
with 26 episodes.
Ooh, that's actually a decent amount.
So I think we'll actually get a great. And like so right now it looks like there's like a good cop bad cop like mentality going on with the doctor and the guard.
Mhm.
And like you ever notice like when a doctor like looks suspicious, bro, like although he's acting nice to these kids, but like you can just tell that he's up to some foolishness. So like I'm just waiting for it. I'm waiting for that doctor to
So
go.
pretty much Wells from The Flash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly.
I'm just waiting for it to go sideways. But I mean that's my weekly roundup of shows.
For me, well, you already said you're rewatching Haiku, and so am I with my boy Ricky Skays. Shout out Ricky Skays.
Shout out Ricky.
But we recently finished season 2, started season 3 with their big match at Ushiwaka. So that's always a good
God,
one.
I love that
and
shit.
That dude's a tank, bro.
Bro.
But
He's scary.
isn't it crazy to think about they have an entire series for one match?
Yeah, I love
Like,
that.
that is
though.
ridiculous, bro.
Dude,
'Cause
you know
you
what's
can
crazy
tell-
though?
you can-
I don't think I've ever seen a high school student that looks like Ushiwaka. Like,
Bro, it's because anime does it different.
Classic anime, bro.
bro, this dude.
Yo, it could be like, oh, I'm in my 16th year of high school. I'll have the hair of like fucking Yugi Moto, and he'll look like he's 42.
Dude,
Oh
he
my
is
God, dude.
huge.
But besides that, I'm
Man
also
looks too
watching
grown.
Hanebada, which is basically sticking with the sports theme. Basically a badminton anime where so there's basically two main characters. One girl's like super like passionate about badminton, and the other one's sort of like lost her like motivation to play because like her mom's like a super like professional, well known like badminton player.
Mhm.
So basically they end up at the same school together. The girl who's super passionate, she's like running the badminton team, and she figures out the other girl is going to the school, and it's basically them like trying to find her motivation and trying to get her to join the team and make a run at like nationals. So it's going pretty good so far. I am around 7 episodes in, and yeah, it's pretty good.
You have a rating for it? Like, how you feel about it so far?
I don't think it's anything close to like any of the other major sports animes like
Mhm.
Haiku or Domino Ace, but it's a solid 6, 7 on my list.
Okay,
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
pretty decent.
Peach?
For me personally, it's more or less I don't like rewatch a lot of stuff that I don't deem very good in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're continuing on the sports theme, it's Diamond Noise.
Wait, you actually started?
I said I was gonna rewatch it. I think last episode, and I completely am like I'm have trouble just finding sometimes the episodes. So my friend hooked me up with a few things that I can do to watch it. But that's my own private thing. But this anime is like it just makes me so happy, like watching it though.
Mhm.
Other than that, it's mostly just the seasonal stuff that I'm watching. It's mostly SAO, ReZero, and got a high school especially because I'm a webtoon reader, so I
Okay.
really want to see how it translates. Other than that, I've started my yearly traditions of just rewatching certain anime and rereading stuff like Negima and Vandred.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that means that we're gonna quickly transition into our next topic, and I'm pulling it up right on stream for anyone that's watching. It is the cover. It is the first teaser of like a visual for the Demon Slayer movie that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's a movie.
The
poster.
the official Twitter is at Kometsu_off.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, for the release.
Yeah.
They have a website called kometsu.com/anime as well.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, and so I just wanted to get your guys' thoughts on what you guys think. How do you feel about this
Okay.
poster?
All right. I have some
You
words
start
here.
us off, PJ.
I have some words here.
Yeah, sure.
I don't like how this arc is suddenly made into a movie. I feel like they can put in a lot more detail when it comes to a movie, right?
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, because it's an hour, it's constant flow. You get a nice flow to it, right?
Hmm.
But my problem is this arc isn't very like. I guess it introduced a lot of who Tanjiro is and what his goals are gonna be and all that kind of thing. Maybe
Mhm.
Yeah. What the
in
thing
some
is,
way.
they also do like. There's also focus on one other person besides Tanjiro, and
I know.
I know you know who that person is, but is your like gripe with it that they're not giving it enough time, or is it that they're giving it too much time?
It's not that it's giving it too much time. I think it's just like you could put more of it out there if you did a series.
Okay, I
Mm.
see what you're saying. So you're saying,
Because if you gave it like let's say 6 episodes for this arc, you could probably do it properly. You have more time for it, and then have the introduction of the next series, next season of Kimetsu no Yaiba, with this arc 6 to 12 episodes, another 12 episodes for the next arc forward. Because my gripe isn't personally like they're taking too much time for the characters, right?
mhm.
It's that we don't get to see as much as we could have.
No,
Mm.
you're definitely right.
Okay.
Um, like I also agree with you that having a series is definitely a lot better. Just for like more casual fans, like I don't think anyone's gonna like sit and click on a movie and watch it for like an hour and like 15, 20 minutes or whatever, however
Mhm.
Mhm.
long. But like 20 minutes a week, I'm sure more casual fans will definitely tune into it, you know?
Mhm.
I feel like it kind of translates to, like me and Toonie went to go watch the Boku no Hero movie. Like it was really weird. Like this was like opening weekend for the Two Heroes, the new movie that came out in 2019, and
I actually
it
did not watch that movie.
um I gave it a 7, but there's a whole another reason for that. Um, I think you're supposed to watch those movies at the end of the season, but I watched it like right at the beginning, and it kind of ruined the ending of Boku no Hero. Back on topic, I feel like with Demon Slayer, well, especially now that there's COVID and like going to the theater is gonna be like kind of like iffy,
Risky.
right? I don't know,
Definitely.
especially here in North America, it's gonna be a really hard time, like trying to get access to this movie.
Apparently, from what I hear, with a
Mm-hmm.
lot of theaters, they're doing for booking only, and they're probably gonna be limited number of seats that are spaced out.
Oh my god, yeah. So even that adds to my complaint now that like, and like Toonie said that like when you have an hour and 15 to an hour and 20 minutes of content, like it's a lot to take in, and I feel like there's listen, I TJ and Toonie both read the manga, so they know like. But when I look at this, I feel like there's so much content that they're gonna have to like run through that it's gonna be really difficult to like portray all the important parts of the arc,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna gloss over it, and it's gonna taint the it's I don't
The
want to say
story.
taint. It's gonna taint the story for manga readers who have like seen it and know what actually
Yeah,
happens.
for I think a big gripe for a lot of manga readers to anime
Mm.
people, like which animes get serialized, is the loss of material,
Mm.
and how like, hey, you didn't put in this one part or this one part. As in, we can see that from I think Toons and me can say Black Clover kind of in some
Yeah.
parts.
Hmm.
We see that in some parts of Haikyuu, but
Mhm.
Haikyuu does its own thing. It does it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. I think as a movie, it'll do good. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll do good, but for me, I could always go back and watch Kimetsu no Yaiba as a TV series kind of
Mm-hmm.
way. But I don't think I can do that same with a movie.
Right. The problem with this for me is obviously Demon Slayer is like one of the biggest like grossing um like shows or mangas in Shonen Jump right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I just don't understand why they would take that and put it into a 2-hour movie when they could literally like drag it out, and like there's a lot of people interested. It's not like let's say you drag it out, like no one's gonna look at it. Like
Mhm,
people are gonna watch like a 12 episode like season just solely on this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
mhm.
kind of weird to me that although like it's done, I don't understand why they're trying to like rush the animation, you know?
That's the
I
thing.
I guess
Like
because there's hype around it at the moment,
Yeah,
right?
but we've seen a lot of times where animators or certain production companies have rushed something coming out there, and it's left people disappointed, or
Mm-hmm.
it's left people not satisfied in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
We can see that kind of from this season as well, because in certain points, let's say from God of High School, there's certain points I'm like, I don't know why this is in here. It shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
here. Or how should I say? Just how ReZero is being done right now. It's split into a 20. It's a 20. Technically, this season is supposed to be 26 episodes,
Mm-hmm.
but it's split into part 1 and 2 because they put out the 12 episodes, but they're gonna put it out this season, not in full. I rather wait for something in full, to be honest, because I don't mind,
Mm-hmm.
than get it in parts sometimes. And I can understand. And that's why I kind of want to see the movie per se. I don't
Mm-hmm.
mind it that much, but I also want to be like, I think taking the time for production quality, especially for Kimetsu no Yaiba, because as you can see, it had amazing production quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was some of the
think
best.
it would be better for it as a flowing kind of movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But honestly, like, if they're taking this much time with a movie, like, would you expect like the quality of animation to go up?
I
Because
hope
like,
so.
I hope so, yeah, because then I have some expectations if like they're taking what, because I believe the rough translation from Twitter is released on October 16th, but I believe it's being released on October 16th in Japan.
Mm,
I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
yeah, I feel like they did such a good job with the first season. Like they've not given us any reason to doubt them, but at the same time, like it's a little. I'm a little iffy about it still. I'm not entirely sure if that it's something I'm happy that they did this. I think I would have much preferred an actual season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And on that note, we're going to be heading over to our second topic. We're going to be doing a shonen tier list for you guys. We'll probably put a photo of this tier list out on Twitter or something. Maybe we'll just reiterate all the shows when we're done, so you guys know which ones we think are really good and which ones
We're
we
gonna get
think
flamed
are.
for some of this.
Let's hope not. And some of them that we consider, as this tier list says, butt cheeks. So first off, we're gonna start off with Attack on Titan. Where do you guys think we're putting that?
Definitely A tier for me, bro. I
Okay,
think the animation storyline it's just too good, bro.
okay, I'll give you an A this time, but I kind of think it deserves a B.
So whenever I
I don't personally enjoy that much, but that's
okay. So Attack on Titan was one of those shows that was, when I first saw like the concept of it, I had a really hard time like trying to like justify how interesting a story about fighting giants would be. Like, so I guess at that point, like, and then I watched season 1. I loved season 1. I think I gave it a 10 or a
Season
9.
1 deserves a good amount of praise.
Season 2 really let me down. Season
Okay,
2.
we're not gonna talk about season 2.
Okay, like season 2.
Season 2 was all build up. Though,
Yeah,
to
season
be
2
fair.
dragged down this show's rating for me so much. Season 3, season 3 is like an 8, like, and then season 3 part 2 I gave a 10. I loved season 3 part 2. I couldn't stop watching. Season 3 part 2 like probably made me put this show back into an A tier show. Like, I think I'll call it an ATJ. I'm sorry to put you there.
I'm allow it because you gave valid points here.
I did. All right,
Exactly.
everyone's not
Black
so
Clover.
hard.
C tier for sure.
C.
C.
Two.
I think
Okay, C, bro. C. No,
I'm
no,
really
no.
upset with this show at the moment.
If we're talking just anime, and I don't watch the anime that much, right?
Mhm.
But I can tell that a lot of people have issues with the amount of filler it gets.
It's not
Well,
just that. It's
Bro,
what's
it's the
happening right
animation
now.
quality, bro.
Has
The
it
animation
sank?
quality is terrible.
Oh.
Especially in the early beginning. They did like this 3D CGI animation and like the very like first like main arc, and it was horrid. Like it was terrible.
Oh, why they do that to Black Clover?
I don't know. Like for a long time, the show kind of sat around my A tier. Like, it was definitely like up there as like some of my favorite anime to watch. And then like slowly and slowly, it just kept degrading and degrading. Like, that elf season, the elf arc was really good though, and that intro music slapped so hard, bro. I still have it in a playlist. Like the Black Catcher, right? That's season.
Yeah, by Vic and Blanca.
That's Black Catcher, and then Black Rover is what, the fourth one?
I believe so.
I think so. But like the show itself, it's getting put in the sea. I can't justify it. Like there's no chance. It hurt my heart that it did this to me. Based on the anime, I think these two say the manga is really good right now.
Yeah, I believe the manga is really consistent with what it does and how the characters are.
I have one gripe.
Oh, what is that?
Unreasonable power-ups, bro.
Oh,
That's just a shit problem.
yo, that is something, because we can say that after what we've read today.
I know.
Wait, does he get like ridiculous or is
No. It's just a matter of like if we read up to this point, you could see everyone's like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
Oh,
The power scaling's just.
Yo, bro, who gave these mans the bougie crystal to get them power ups, bro?
I feel like
some shit.
I don't know. Like I feel like sometimes they go a little too far. Like when what's her name? The witch. What's the in the Black Bulls?
Was it the Blood Witch?
What's her name? When she gets that. When she gets that.
Guild.
The one in the Black Bulls.
Vanessa,
I think her name is. Yeah. When she got that cat, like her power level went from like 0 to like goat tier. This girl can now control fate.
Yo, my girl can control fate, bro.
Like I just couldn't. I didn't know what to think anymore. I'm like, wait.
Out of the blue, I'm like,
oh,
okay, bet, all right.
So now,
but then they pull out some shit like, yo, bro, but Asta got the anti-magic.
Yeah, like
it still don't affect it that much unless it touches his body. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, so sometimes I feel like Black Clover does some things really good, and then some of their fight scenes are amazing though. Like I feel like some of the fight scenes.
Yeah, but like as I digress, that's how it is. It deserves that C.
Bleach. I think we're all kind of in agreement on Bleach. Bleach is a really good show. Like,
yeah.
Where do you guys want to put it though?
I would say a B right now, just because of how it's been doing.
Yeah, I'd put it as B as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's been a long time since I've watched Bleach. Sorry about that. I don't think I'm the best judge on character for Bleach at the moment, but I do love Ichigo Kurosaki. He's my homie, bro.
Oh, his voice, his Japanese and actual English voice actor is amazing for his roles.
So, like, I'll just let it be known that, like, as a character, he goes to an S tier. As a character, he goes to an S tier, but Blue Exorcist.
Blue Exorcist, I will say, deserves either a B or C in some categories, just because I read the manga to the anime, and I heard it's just kind of like, well, I've read both. What am I saying? I heard it's kind of cheeks at times. So I don't think it deserves butt cheeks, but it deserves a C.
Okay.
I think it deserves a B, bro. I thought the storyline, well, as an anime only, I don't know about you, but for me, I thought the storyline was pretty.
You would enjoy. You would read the manga tunes, and you would be like, "Wow, they really did cheeks to this shit."
Okay, well, that's tough, but.
So are you a strong B? Are you a strong B, or are you like a?
Oh no, I think I'm a low B for sure.
If it's us, I would agree here. It's a low B or like a strong C kind of. I would say just put it behind Black Clover still.
Okay, I'll put it behind Black Clover.
Bartolio shite.
Yeah, it's literally.
From what I know, it gets better, but.
Do you think Boruto gets its bad rep because it's coming off against its predecessor?
Oh, definitely.
So do you think,
dude, you can't deny that? Well, okay, think about what we have on this list. We have Dragon Ball Z, we have Naruto, both Naruto original and Shippuden. We have Bleach, those and One Piece. One Piece, Bleach, and I believe Naruto at some point after Dragon Ball Z, after certain points, was considered one of the big three. The big three, and afterwards you have Naruto ending, both Naruto then Naruto Shippuden, and now we have Boruto, his son. I think the matter is the difference between characters and personality left everyone in a bad kind of note, and that's why everyone doesn't like it right now. But I think if you give it a chance, and I hear from the manga subreddits and forums and animes that Boruto does get better in later arcs,
Okay.
but as they are children right now, it kind of makes you feel like, wow, these guys really don't know shit and the struggle that the parents went through.
I know, but like even the kid arcs in Naruto were like so good. You were like so invested. Like
Yeah, because here's the thing. That's the thing. We've seen an episode, I think, on Boruto where Boruto himself actually goes back in time with Sasuke, right? Yeah, and he gets to see. I see that. I seen that. And he actually dealt with a few of the problems. He's seen the problems his father dealt with, and he became more sentimental. And that made me appreciate the anime a bit more. And I think it's a matter of giving the anime a chance. But from what it's shown me and everything, I just goddamn hate the characters.
No, my gripe with Boruto is as long as like Naruto's still alive in that universe, like it'll never really be his story, bro. Like, what's he gonna do that Naruto can't do already? You know?
Throw a Rasengan.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yes.
Well,
and I think the way to introduce Boruto and like into the Naruto verse was just it was
think
unfortunate.
here's a big thing for me too. Actually, is the difference between Boruto and Naruto as kids. Naruto was a fucking idiot.
Okay, yeah, that is true.
Boruto is an actual genius.
Yeah, he's a prodigy.
And he's been said that by everyone.
oh, okay.
But his character, like the way he acts, is like justified to a degree.
Yeah, it's like
you look at
okay,
what's
no one
happening
can
to him,
understand me, kind of thing.
Exactly.
My dad's hero.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That kind
Like
of thing.
everyone always looks down on him. Like his father figure isn't in his life. It's basically Naruto, but like just
lock my room.
Yeah, it's basically like what Naruto had to go through as a kid, but
I think what Naruto went through is almost traumatizing to a person when you think about it.
It definitely is.
But in comparison to Boruto, I think it's. I'm not gonna denounce his trauma and his own thing here, right? I think it's to a lesser degree, but it's also the point that it makes you not understand Boruto's characters. Like, wow, you're amazing at what you do, and I know you want the attention of your father, but I think you have it already. You just don't realize it at times.
Well, I don't know, man. The stuff they showed early on, okay, so like one example I could give was in the movie. Naruto made a shadow clone to go to his daughter's birthday when he stayed in the office and worked. Like come on, bro. Like that is like I don't know, man.
Sometimes it's like the character, but that's the thing. I think it's the character is a matter of like, oh, he's an adult now, and there are certain responsibilities for them, right? But the way Boruto does everything and puts the storyline forward really irks me. So that's why I put it a little shit as well.
Oh no, definitely.
All right, moving on to
Dragon Ball Super. I believe that's Super.
A.
Because Ultra Instinct Goku.
That's at the end of the that's at the end of the arc, right?
So I don't remember really. All I know is I watched it all, and I'm just like, yes, I love the fight scenes.
Yeah,
the animation was solid.
Yeah, animation was
story wise, it was pretty good.
It's a solid A, right? It's just a solid
Ultra
A.
Instinct as well.
Ooh. All right. Well, next up is Dragon Ball Z. Where are we putting this?
Oh my god, Dragon Ball Z is goated though. But
I think it's goated.
I think it.
I think so. Goated.
iTunes.
I don't know, bro. I put it as an A.
High A, if anything.
All right. Do you think it goes? In my opinion, it goes over Super.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I think it goes over Super. Dragon Ball Z was. It's just so iconic that I can't.
Wait, but are you putting it above Attack on Titan?
Oh.
No, I don't.
I would.
Attack on Titan is more modern, and I think it really gets with more of an audience now.
I think so.
I think it's just because people grew up with Dragon Ball; they're really hyped about it.
Yeah,
I think so. All right.
Death Note.
I feel like Death Note is that show that's as high.
First half was good. Second half made me mad.
Dude, if this is first half of Death Note, I'd put it here, like above S tier. Like it was so good. I was so invested. I don't know. It might be as high as an A tier can go. Because the second half of Death Note.
I kind of agree with Casey here.
Okay, like top A tier.
Yeah,
Dude.
for now,
Oh,
there might be
no.
Rewatch
more.
the first half only, and that's it. Drop it right after it. You're good.
Watch the first half only, and you might call this one the greatest animes ever. Like,
All right. We'll leave it at A. We'll leave it at A.
I think
F-
for now
FMA?
we'll relook at this at the end.
FMA's next.
FMA Brotherhood. I think that's Brotherhood. Yeah, it's Brotherhood.
Yeah, it's definitely Brotherhood. If you just watch regular FMA, you're like, what the fuck's happening?
Where are we putting this?
Brotherhood,
I can't.
high B. I would give it an A. I would give it an S. But because
It's-
what they
I
did to
can't.
my boys Hughes, they give it
Hughes.
a B.
I-
Alright?
I-
You don't do that to Maze Hughes.
So what happened to me was that this, what happened in this with this show is that like, there was so much going for it, and then for me it was so overhyped that like when I watched it, it upset me. Like I don't think anything could ever lived up to the kind of hype that was thrown at me when it came to this show.
It's
Everywhere,
literally number 1 on my anime list, isn't it?
100%. Like it has
Yeah.
it's so like looked upon as like the greatest show of all time, and
And that's my saddest moment, I think, is when people overhype an anime to another person.
Mm.
They're like, this is so great. And they watch it, it's like, okay, but this isn't living up to the hype you showed me almost to me.
So
You
with
gotta
Brotherhood,
just recommend it a person almost.
like some of the situations that they were in were super good. Like some of the stories that were told during the stuff. I think the winter arc was a really good one. That was interesting to me. And then obviously the final arc was amazing. And then with Mustang finally going like incinerary mode on them was amazing.
Oh wait, on Envy and everything.
Yeah, on Envy when he just keeps burning them.
Ooh, but I
The
felt so
continue-
sad for Envy right at the very end.
Yeah, I don't know when he turned to a little lizard, right?
Yeah, and he's like, I always wanted to be human in a sense.
Yeah, you know, see, that's Envy though. But the idea of using like emotions as like the villains was very interesting.
It's like it was like the whole Seven Deadly Sins in anime and the
Basically.
whole thing, right?
So I think
I
that
think
was.
I think that's where I really got that notion from a lot of the times.
Mm. All right.
See
yeah,
the next one.
It's
Just put it in
definitely a
literal
high
shite.
B. Literal
So,
shite.
Yeah, no. We don't talk about fairy tale.
Wait.
We
no,
don't talk
gotta
about fairy tale.
It is butt
It has,
cheeks.
it has
everyone.
very good openings.
It's butt cheeks. It's butt cheeks.
No,
I want
no.
as bad as Boruto, bro.
Yo, you're only there because of the titties.
Well,
Oh, he got me.
we're leaving it. We're leaving
Fine.
it.
I did that because I really like the openings at times.
The openings are good, bro.
They're fire.
It's just feel good, bro. That's what kind of show it is.
It's a guilty pleasure if you
It
really
is.
want
It
to
is
look
for
at
sure.
that.
Casey, if you think the power of friendship's bad in Naruto, you gotta. They take it to a whole new level in this show, bro.
Yo, they really do.
Yeah, Fairy Tail is one of those.
No, it's
there's a
literally
lot of
I have the
episodes.
power of God and anime
Oh my
on my
god!
side.
I have the power of
Yeah.
God and anime on my side.
Oh, but Gintama.
Gintami.
Gintama is a high B for sure.
High B.
High B.
Full Metal in front of Full Metal.
Because it's just so nice because of all the references,
Bro,
the
yeah, that's what I'm
jokes.
saying. Yup.
And the whole point, it's able to actually go between serious and not serious so quick and
The
so
comedy
nice.
style is perfect for me.
So
Okay,
for me, we won't even need to speak about it.
yeah. I'm just gonna.
Haiku, S tier,
Haiku.
In the beginning of this
Haiku
episode,
is-
we've already hyped it up enough.
Yeah, we
that,
are.
that was us rewatching an anime. I don't rewatch shows that often, but Haiku is one that truly deserved a rewatch. I'm just so excited for the next season. Like I'm like jittery thinking about
What's
it.
the next season gonna be called again?
To the top
I-
part two.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I think it's just a continuation of a season, just like Sword Art's doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this one's a little controversial for Toonie because he doesn't like it,
Hunter.
but
Hunter,
I have
Hunter.
Hunter.
Bro.
I have Hunter x Hunter at like right here. I have it between Attack on Titan.
So you know how we talked about if someone overhyped it to you?
Mm.
That's what they did to me.
Oh,
So with Hunter x Hunter,
So where do you have it? Where would you put it?
I would put it high B as well.
I'd put
High
it C,
B.
right in front of Black Clover.
I can't.
Oh.
Right.
I
No,
will.
no,
I
no.
will. I will drop this down to a B. But
Or
Toon
if you're
I'm willing to
Bro.
only do that if Toon says he's gonna go watch that final arc. I cried my
At a
eyes
high
out.
isn't it Greed Island?
No, the Chimera Ants.
I
Oh
watched
god,
a little bit of
I have my fucking things mixed up.
I cried at
Bro,
the
the
end of
problem
that.
with Hunter x Hunter, it's an acquired taste, bro.
I guess.
Like it's not as mainstream or as like normal as like Naruto because there's some weird shit in there.
The Chimera Ants arc is kind of weird. I'll give you that, but
I think that's what makes it really interesting, though.
so are we putting this in front of Gintama or behind Gintama?
Gintama's goated though, so
Gintama is so good, bro.
yeah.
Dude, you know it has a 9 on my anime list as well?
Right.
It's one the 5 or 4 that have it.
Wait, are you putting this in front of Bleach?
I think so.
Oh, bro, I can't, dude. I can't.
No, the last two
Okay.
arcs, yes.
I can't.
Because the Bleach arcs, the last two. If it isn't Hukomundo and a few other ones, it ain't worth it. All right, the Fullbringer arc for Bleach was doo doo.
Okay, it wasn't terrible. The Fullbringer arc was not terrible, bro. Literally, Soul Society makes up for like the entire show for me, bro.
Okay, that's a good point.
Soul Society arc was like
Fullbringer was doo doo.
Yeah.
Alright, so Hime no Ippo. How do you say it? It's Himo?
Hajime no Ippo, or that's how I remember it.
Yeah. Where do you have it, Tej?
A.
It's like, where on A do we put it, though?
I would put it mid. Because
put-
like
Right there.
okay,
I-
well, you know, you do you know, but you know that's just I just can't say it because like it has a lot of iterations for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hajime no Ippo, like in terms of manga and anime, I believe it's really long for certain things. If I remember right. I haven't watched it in a long
fairly
time.
long.
Yeah, so that's why for like I personally would put it there, and I think in a lot of people who watch afterward, they would be really happy with it. But for now, I would think an A.
It sits super high on my to watch list, so like I
That's
almost started.
That's dedicating like
Yeah,
a
I have
few
to dedicate time to this, right? And that's what it's like.
and that's why I'm like putting it at A for people who are
Yeah.
more or less.
Well, I did just rewatch Haiku, so I mean, clearly I have time.
But Haikyuu.
I think it's just the animation style so modern and so fresh that it's like I can just my eyes are glued to it.
Yeah, but the next one, JoJo. Ooh, wait, that's Bizarre Wind.
Oh,
Just the JoJo franchise.
I feel like it's a strong B. Like it's
I would put
consistent.
it as I would put it as an S tier, but I think it's a B for other people because it's off-putting to people. I would put it at the top of B because for a lot of people that's a god tier anime.
Move. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like it is a really good show. I just
No,
like you said,
it's been
off-putting
overhyped by a lot of people, and that's the problem.
Off-putting is probably the perfect word for it.
Samurai X, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's not Netflix. I think it's Rurouni Kenshin. I can't say that.
Where you got it?
Oh, it's a super old anime, but it's so good.
For a modern
So
audience,
good.
though. For a modern audience.
For a modern audience,
Yeah, what do you think?
next to FMA.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have it that high?
I would have to
front
put
of
it that high
Bleach?
because it's one of the more original animes
In
that
front
I've
of
ever
Bleach,
watched.
though?
No, I put at the end of everything
Okay.
because for a modern audience and how it is, it might not be the best for them. But for me, I grew up with it. It was such a good anime. Plotline was consistent. There were not a lot of loopholes for certain things because it was a
Okay.
constant reiteration with the character's point of view and everything,
Okay.
and so on. But like the next one, I know Toons, and you have
We have
some,
varying opinions on
Varying opinions. I dislike this show.
this one. I would put it at the top of B, bro.
He puts it at the top of B.
I would put it at the top.
I have it like somewhere here. Like it's me controlling all the stuff right now, and I have it at butt cheeks or bottom of C.
Okay, see, the problem was like you were misled, bro. You go into it thinking it's gonna be like Haiku, where there's no supernatural elements, but like
I guess so. And for me, I can't. The guy in the green hair shoots the ball from full court.
he's just goaded, bro. Come on.
Why isn't he in the NBA?
I mean,
I can't understand.
my man ain't recruited you. That's why
He would be bigger than LeBron James. The amount of press around him.
Steph Curry wants
the
to be
NBA
that
don't
guy.
exist in that world.
I just can't. It doesn't make sense. Who shoots the ball from full court and walks a little bit back down the court and pretends like it's all sweet?
He's Curry. Goated out, bro. Cracked out to the max.
Bro, he's got all his sliders on 2K set to 99, bro.
Oh.
He's got them cranked. I can't.
My guy, it's he cheat engine the way in. That's all.
No. See, the only reason he's banging those shots is because he has his lucky item, bro.
Oh my god!
If he didn't
Don't
have
do
this
that. I'm
lucky
gonna.
item, he would've
Wait,
I'm coming
what's,
over to your
what's
house.
LeBron's looking? Taco Tuesday?
I guess so. I don't know.
It's his hair, the fake hair that he has. And...
Oh
Oh
no.
no!
But I can't tunes. It's
Alright,
just
so
like
let's
somewhere there for
put
me.
it C tier, bro.
Okay, it's just between Black Clover and Blue Exorcist.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
S.
All right, put that in S right now. Put the next one in S right now.
Yeah,
No
that's
question.
100%.
No question.
The
Wait,
next
but
two.
I put it above I don't even know actually.
I feel like this is my order right here. I don't think I
You
can
already
change
put
it.
Naruto up there.
I don't know. This is tough.
Here's the thing.
All right,
If you
since,
put
since, we're
Naruto
talk-
up there,
since we're talking
Shippuden's
about
gotta be up
Naruto,
there.
we gotta put this up here too. So I feel like maybe we should put these two like here then.
Naruto Shippuden?
Yeah, like put them together.
Naruto and
These two
Naruto
are a pair.
Shippuden.
These two should go
I
as a
think
pair
they're A
somewhere.
tier. Yeah, I think that's fun.
I'm
put
fine
them-
with that.
Do you
I'd
guys
agree
put
with
them above Attack on Titan or below Attack on Titan? Because
Oh, above for sure. For
Okay.
sure.
Just cause like big
I feel
three,
like
you know?
Toonie needs to rewatch. Like I think Toonie needs to watch Death Note because like trust me, like I think it is one of the top.
I don't know. I'll have to watch it for myself to make an opinion.
It's a little
I
weird.
just-
Like it's acquired
I
taste, right?
personally wouldn't put it above Naruto. No chance, bro.
Okay, but
Like Naruto.
Okay.
would be
Well,
up
hear me out. First half, like me and Casey have said,
I promise you that
it's
first
amazing.
half,
It's
it-
S tier.
Okay, bro,
It's
but you can't say that because look at the first half of Tokyo Ghoul. Come on.
I read Tokyo Ghoul before it fucking got anime. Don't say that shit to me, bro. Don't say that shit to me.
Tokyo Ghoul was so
I
good.
watched Tokyo Ghoul. I'm like, fucking, this shit is disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we're gonna head over to. I think we'll leave them there. I'm content with that.
Yeah, I'm almost
Yeah,
there
that's
with
fine.
that. All right.
Just
not
let
to
it be known if you're
decide
if you're listening to this that Naruto could be at the top of A tier. Just like there's a strong chance
This
it could.
this is just between the three of us, personally speaking.
Yeah.
Okay, please do not be offended when I put Seven Deadly Sins and butt cheeks.
I haven't watched it. I have no input on this.
Me
And
too.
so
Okay,
I
hear me
will.
out. Hear me out here. First two seasons were decent enough for me to actually be a thing because I read the manga when this shit came out, and when I watched the anime, I'm like, first season's okay, all right, got me a bit invested. Second season's kind of losing me. Third season, what the fuck did you do to Escanor? That animation's voodoo.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
no.
You don't do that to the guy who's named the Sin of Pride and he wrecks house. My man's supposed to one shot. They made it butt cheeks because of that season.
Oh my god.
They got solid music. I'll give them that though.
All right. Next is Noragami. I think
A
we all
tier.
really like this show. This is.
A-
I okay. First of all,
It's got
the band who did the opening, Oral
Uh-huh.
Cigarettes,
So good.
amazing, amazing.
Really? What? I don't even
Yes.
know.
Their openings, bro.
Bro, you know what made me so sad is that because we have a convention up here called Anime North.
Mm-hmm.
I think the year I didn't go to Anime North, a very prominent band for a lot of animes actually went to Anime North to perform. I'm like, me and Shabazz love this band, and we're like,
no.
what the fuck? It's one of his favorite anime. They do the opening for.
Yeah. Next is One Piece.
It's too long. See,
I can't.
I'd agree with that. C tier.
It's so many. I knew as soon as I saw how many episodes was in that show, I
you
said
invest
no.
8 hours a day for 30. Like you could probably finish it in a month.
Bro,
But
the
I'm not trying to work full time on an anime.
The manga's not even done, bro. So I don't know when the anime is gonna be done. Good lord.
Okay, see
probably
now
read the
at
manga
this point,
so
when you
quick.
have that many episodes, at this point you're doing it for the clout. There's no way.
Oh, 100%, bro.
I just can't
Yo, okay,
justify.
okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. We're hearing about that One Punch Man. That's a
Oh.
first season. First season was.
Okay,
I don't know.
first
Second
season.
season
If this
kills
was
it.
only on first season, I'd put it S tier.
Can we just do it only on first season?
But like because of like where it is now, I think it's just like bottom end of A tier.
I'd put
God,
it
yeah.
top of B, bro.
Oh, you're really pushing
I
One
can't
Punch
put it
Man
A tier,
all
bro.
the
For
way
entire-
down.
Is it because of the second season though?
Bro,
Is it?
yes, dude. The second season
Okay.
was so bad, bro.
Ugh.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
I'll give you that.
that's literally
Just
half
know,
the show
just
right there.
let it know, viewers. I am not very happy about it being on top of B tier.
Okay, but
I'll
like
leave it there.
the next one though
Yeah.
is 200 episodes, but it's good. It's godlike, but it's a C because it's not as an anime watcher. Especially if you're new to anime, because I think the more shonen anime is more supposed to be more new to people.
Mhm.
I think it's a really bad idea to have a person. It's a super interesting concept and everything with the anime. I won't get into detail, but like, please search up Katekyo Hitman Reborn. But it's not something for people if need be. But the next one, Soul Eater, I would put it in the lower end of B because it's on Netflix and has rewatchability for a lot of purposes.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen Soul Eater, but it looks interesting. Promise Neverland.
Promise Neverland.
S tier. S
S tier. I have it in S.
So
I loved it.
It is
Okay,
so good.
the manga ended, but that's a topic conversation another time.
It is definitely one of my favorite shows, and I was so invested in it at that point. Like, I think I liked it even more than Toonie. I think Toonie had it at a 9, and I think I gave it a 10. It was I don't know something. I feel like Toonie said he caught on a little bit quicker.
Yeah, for most parts they always kept you guessing. That was the one thing about this show. Like, there's a big twist at the end that I like. They kind of foreshadow, but it's still a surprise for sure.
So I think that's why.
As manga readers, we have some next level information apparently.
Oh, I'm gonna beat some ass. No one talk about
You
that.
should read it then, bro. It's so much quicker.
I don't know how to read. Hi, my name's Jared. I'm in 9th grade and I don't know how to read.
Yu Yu Hakusho C, because it's old. It's a acquired taste. If you really want to get into anime, you would start watch those then.
Yeah, well, our S tier is very well guarded. It's left at Haiku, My Hero Academia, and Promise Neverland. We have kept our S tier as very sacred shows that we all agree on. I think some of us may have some of these shifted around a bit if it was individual, and just remember, this is just between the three of us. If you have any gripes, bring it to Toonie, not me.
Oh my god.
And,
someone showed up at Toonie.
Someone's gonna come get him.
Yo, your anime list was a bit whack to me, dog.
That's what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna get roasted on Twitter, but
yup.
Keep my interactions up, Casey. I appreciate it.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. And segueing in this shonen tier list, we're gonna go into the state of Shonen Jump.
Okay. I will bring it up now because I think it's a very important thing, and they'll probably run this whole topic because when we're looking at the state of Shonen Jump, we're not looking at the mangas that are going on right now. Personally, we're looking at what's ended and what's to come. They have Boruto running for them now because it's Naruto endings, but it's almost like milking the franchise if we're looking at it really.
And we really have it at shit tier at the moment.
Yeah, with little shit.
Wait, to be fair, the Boruto manga and anime are completely different. I just want to
put that's the thing. That's a good point to make out here. But
if you're a reader,
there's a lot more. We have Shonen Jump manga to anime a lot of the times instead of anime to manga, right?
Yep.
And that's a problem for a lot of people, right? If we look at Shonen Jump in the manga state, we can see that Demon Slayer has ended, Promise Neverland has ended, Yuragi Inn, which is another one that's ended, that was pretty prominent, ended.
Haiku
Haikyuu has ended.
God,
Chainsaw Man is ending.
One Piece is going into its last arc.
Yeah, One Piece is going into its last arc, and I believe it's either supposed to end by the end of this year or by start of next year. Yep. And we're looking at the state of Shonen Jump now because Haikyuu ended, they're not gonna have any sports anime. They don't have anything planned for that, right? We have a lot of series that ended out of the blue, maybe because of COVID and everything timed up with everyone's endings, right? And we're looking towards what could be serialized, what's thing, and a lot of those animes we've already stated, right, have been brought up. Now we're looking at the state of Shonen Jump. It's like, hey, what do you have to actually wow us now? Because it's probably going to be Chainsaw Man as an anime, since it's going to end and people will get the whole story for it, right? The whole shebang.
Yep.
I think they also have a few other ones they're going to release for next season. But it's always like, Jujutsu no Kaisen, all that. But I'm not going to I'm not gonna bring up a lot of other things because like we don't know what's gonna happen now because like
So,
4 really big ones ended from what I know.
Yep.
if you guys, can you guys see what I have on the screen here?
Yes,
I believe
can,
this is, going over to our other topic, but like this is the most recent cover, or one of the more prominent covers that recently came out for Shonen Jump.
it showed more or less the end of those 4.
Though all these animes have ended, right?
Yeah, like
And
manga has ended, it's done.
so the
All
entire
that's left is
storyline is
anime in a sense.
yeah. So
So what really comes about is like, oh, are we gonna see something new? Are we gonna see something big? Because remember, Shonen Jump also has Attack on Titan.
Oh,
We're-
that's done too.
that's
Yeah.
done too.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at it, it's like, wow, we don't know what's gonna come out. What do you guys think though?
Yeah, no, it's actually crazy to me because I think the whole like shonen category is like what really attracts like that mainstream audience, you know? Like I know personally when I got into anime, the first anime I've ever watched was Bleach, and then I transitioned into Naruto, and then I transitioned into like Boku no Hero, Kuroko no Basket, like stuff like that, right? And like most of those are all shonen, so really
That's
like
yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what they pick up because that's like going to be the next big thing, you know?
That's what I'm saying. That's like the springboard, right? That's where you start
Yeah.
from, and then you dive in to like things that different topics that interest you, right? And then, but right now, in my opinion, I think some of these webtoons are gonna start becoming the new Shonen Jump, the new like entry point for anime, like this God of High School, or like Tower of God. Because I talked to my little sister, and like she is so into webtoons, and I'm seeing a lot of the younger audience go into webtoons instead of like manga, for example. Like especially here in North America, they don't exactly read manga here.
It's a matter of how like the culture is like really like
Yeah,
come here now. Because like now we've seen like a lot of people not hate on anime watchers. Like you can go open and say, "I'll watch anime." Now.
Yeah, it's like normalized now, which is nice.
Yeah, it's normalized now, especially that, and we can see like K-pop, Koreaboo, all that culture with webtoon, right? It was very popular for a lot of people, and now it's coming into almost the anime scene or like the animation scene.
Yeah,
and it's really cool because I think what you pointed out that it's gonna become the more like Shonen Jump thing is like how I mentioned I think in the first episode. It has a lot of variability when it comes to webtoon.
Yeah,
in terms of art and animation.
Maybe Crunchyroll's seriously about to secure the bag.
It's just like
that could be like that's realistic, you know? Like
yeah,
they're heavily investing in webtoons right now.
Yeah, I genuinely just thought about that like on the spot. I'm like, you know what? Like that might be the new entry point, right? They have like 3 completely different stories. 2 at the moment.
My thing is like I don't think Shonen Jump's gonna really die out that much.
100%, they'll never die
because they really control the flow of like, oh, this shit is going to be popular, no question.
Yeah, so
a lot of the time.
I feel like they have this stuff. I feel like there's 100% fact that like Shonen's gonna like have something on the back burner. There's no way they're just like, oh crap, no, we don't have anything left in stock. Like, there's no way. And yeah, well, I guess that's the state of Shonen Jump at the moment. I mean, it's an interesting topic, and I feel like we could go on for a really long time about the possibilities, but
I think it's the matter we just don't know in the end.
Right.
Because we're not in the company, but I believe that was a good idea to talk about like how we're gonna really see forward of anime, especially
100%. All right, and next up is the anime review for this week. We're doing God of High School. God of High School episode 4, because today is August 3rd, 2020.
It's the Monday.
It's a Monday, so it just got released, and I haven't watched episode 5 yet, so we're going to be doing this review on just episode 4. Does someone want to kick us off?
Oh god, yeah, I want to start us off here because this like for the amount of hype that God of High School has so far, I've only watched the first 4 episodes as well. Like it has not lived up to the hype at all. Episode 4 was so slow, so boring. It didn't build. Well, it built like there was some character development, but like besides the last 5 minutes of the show, I feel like this is like a recurring theme with God of High School. The last 5 minutes of the show were so good, where it was Mira versus
Jin.
What's his name? Han?
Han.
Yeah,
Han.
Han. Yeah, like that was such like that
Oh
caught my
my
attention. Like
God.
I was watching this at 11 o'clock. I was half asleep, but I seen that fight. I seen like what Han did to Mira, bro, and it's like wow. I want to know what's gonna happen next, you know. But
So
besides that, the rest of the episode was kind of bland to me.
so I feel like so let's explain why it was so bland. It was a wedding. It was Mira getting married to TJ. Do you know what's his name?
It's pulling my hair because I fucking hated this episode in the webtoon, and I hated it when it got animated because I'm like, what the fuck was the point of this?
Yeah, I couldn't understand the point. I think that's exactly the thing. Is I didn't understand.
The thing is, it gets later revealed on why it was so important to people in a sense, right? But at the same time, it's like
you did all that for that. I can't justify that. Like
I think they did it just to show off how powerful like Mira can be because she's the only one that can control the sword, right?
that style, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how like I portrayed it, or that's how
without
like, I picked
reading
up
the
on it, right?
without reading the webtoon.
Yeah, without reading the manga, without having any
So
spoilers.
much to say, but I can't.
Yeah.
Well, that's how they made me feel
Yeah,
about it.
and
They imply that she is the sole
it's-
proprietor.
Here's the big thing for me as well when it comes to that the animation. Animation was beautiful. It was well done, how it looks and everything, right?
Mhm.
But if you dedicate an episode just for that and not a scene or scenario or a small bit of the episode because they could really paste it up more
Mm.
and get into more of the ending though because it's much more interesting.
Yeah.
What Tony said, the last 5 minutes is they have the recurring theme. It happens constantly when they don't when they're trying to build up thing. As you can see from 1 to 4, it's a build up of antagonists, plot, and everything. But my problem is, as an anime watcher, right? I want to see something progress. I don't want constant build up, and there's not a lot of progression of what the fuck's happening. Okay, sword got stolen by some weird dude.
Yeah, he's a
Mujin Park. I don't know if he's good or evil. Oh, look, weird church-looking biblical dudes. Not sure. They look kind of racist.
Well, I know what I'm clipping, and I just can't like. I understood. I think I understood the wedding part. Like I see that she was having a tough time.
It really
how she was going to carry on her father's legacy. I think I understood that much. Like that was, but then her uncle, like that was her uncle that came and said, "This is not what that's not what your father would want. This isn't how he'd want his legacy to be carried on." I get that. Like that made sense. It was a decent telling of a story, but then I
just think overall the episode
it just popped out of nowhere.
That's the thing. If I would have to sum it up, this episode didn't need to be even there.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like it was out of nowhere. It's something for them just to put in time. It's like great, I can learn more about Mira. I don't need an episode to actually show that.
I don't need an episode of a wedding, like
in and out, because that's what I think character development should be a lot of the time.
And then like I didn't feel like I gained anything from it. I think that's what happened.
No, because all you get to learn is alright, she has a legacy.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't feel like
she doesn't really know what to do. I think you can have a lot. You can be more forward to the point.
100%.
But do you think that's really the anime's fault, or is that just the writing in the show? You know,
I think that actually might be the webtoon in sense as well, because I think it was like 2 or 3 chapters for that, maybe because again it's pretty long in detail, but you can only put so much.
So do you maybe think they just had to look at the webtoon and say this is
putting so much detail and information into an anime that I kind of left it there, and it's really kind of disappointing.
The thing for me is like the pacing of the show is already fast, so I don't understand why they would dedicate that much time for like something so like minuscule. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this was like a throwaway episode. Like they had to put this in.
It almost feels like that, yeah. But I personally would have to say like certain things make sense for future plot and all that. That's all I can say.
Well, for me,
but at the same time, it's like
I'm also a little mad. I'm also a little mad that they didn't extend the fight between Mira and Han. Like I would have liked to, because his friend died. His friend died, or did he? Or is he really
I think
sick?
He's dead. I think he's dead.
And then those guys, when the guys who made fun of him in the second episode and he like calmed down after hanging out with his friend. Like, he didn't even say anything the first time they made fun of him. Pardon?
I forgot what disease he had.
I think it's leukemia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's like in the very, very late stages.
Yep.
Of it.
Yep.
But like
Yeah.
the same guys that
That's
made fun
the
of
thing.
like
I watched
Han.
episode 5 today, and I can say like
Bro,
you
wow.
need to get it would get a better opinion of the anime.
man,
Yep.
like what happened?
But other
And
than
then
that, I'm not gonna
when
hype
Han like snapped and like
Yeah.
I almost felt bad for Miro, and then like when Jin walks in afterward and like looks at him, he's like,
You didn't need to.
"You didn't need to go that hard, bro."
Yeah.
Wait, but there's one thing I want to say about God of High School too. Like, the way from the trailers and stuff, and from the first episode, like, you would, like, they make you think that you would be watching this entire tournament or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, we're 4 episodes in and we're already at the finals. You know what I mean? Like I don't know where the storyline's going.
But this is only
It-
this is only the soul, right? There's
You remember, it's 13 episodes. We're at episode 5 for God's sakes right after.
yeah.
No.
But this is
You
only the
have-
soul tournament though, right? There's more tournament, right?
There's more to
Is
it.
there?
There's more to this.
We're only in Korea at the
Than you
moment, right?
Yeah.
Which means that there's
Oh,
a
okay, so
world
it's
or whatever.
international.
It's an international tournament.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, see, I did not know that. Yeah.
So
You know,
what you're doing is
I
getting
think
the
I started
Korean
catching.
representation.
Yeah, I think I started catching on to that. So I'm like, you know what? I think it's a world. I hope it's a world tournament because I'd be very disappointed if.
Because
this was
remember,
just-
it's God of High School, not God of
So-
Korean High School.
Yeah, that is
But,
fair.
yeah. So I
But
this
they
week's
didn't do
episode.
anything to like emphasize that like international like stage.
Yeah,
you know?
they
like,
never said a word about it, which is kind
Yeah.
of like whoa. But
Well,
this week,
I guess I just kind of
yeah.
spoiled that. That's my bad thing.
whoops. No, I think it was kind of like I kind of read into it and looked.
I think
But-
it's more international either way. It's gonna be
Oh.
because
But
here's
also,
the thing. Here's the finals, and I'll like if you look at the end of certain episodes and all that,
Mhm.
just pulling into points of different people, right?
okay,
From that's
Yeah.
outside the tournament, and so of course it's not gonna be just a tournament, right?
100%. So overall,
But I
what
think-
do you guys give this episode? Subs no dubs recommendation? Probably,
this specific episode.
yeah.
Oh shit!
Two.
fire.
A 2. It's really low on my list, man. 4. What did I give episode 2? The other one.
I gave it a 4 actually, just because of the animation.
Actually, I'll give it a 3 just because of the last 5.
The last
minutes.
five-
5
Yeah.
minutes. So good, man.
Like you said, it's becoming a reoccurring theme of having.
I just don't want that to
like-
happen. I don't understand why they're doing that within a 13 episode series.
Yeah. So.
This
Yeah.
isn't like Dragon Ball here. I'm not sitting here to power up for fucking 13 episodes.
It just keeps going. Yep. Find out next week on Dragon Ball. Sorry. And
yeah,
I
every
guess
episode. Every
that
episode.
leads us into Sword Art. We have not
I
covered
think
it at
last
all.
time-
We didn't
Yeah, I
cover
don't think
Sword
we
Art
covered it
at
at all.
all. So
Yeah, no. I've watched episode 1 to 4. And I would like to point out one thing that really bothers me. Is why is SAO have the weirdest, like, they're so good at writing protagonists like that I could like at times and hate. But why do they write antagonists that I absolutely despise or are so fucking scummy?
but isn't that a good thing too, though, that they've
Yeah,
created?
but okay, don't get me wrong, but like, why is it scummy every single
But, like,
time?
Not
Like
just
scummy
scummy,
to the point of like, oh god, this
But-
guy's like,
dude. The kind of like subjects that they're getting into, it's kind of weird. Like there was like tentacle.
there's
like-
too many tentacles.
I didn't even know where that
There's too
came
many
from.
tentacles. I've
That
seen too many tentacles from this anime. This ain't no hentai.
yeah, like there was so much of just kind of like
I don't watch hentai,
that was what episode 2 that happened.
bro.
I
Episode
think that was
1.
episode 1. That was
Oh
Dude,
my god! If
that was
that's
episode
episode 1,
one.
can you imagine?
That was
Like,
episode 1. Wait, I have it in my cue cards.
oh my, like,
I'm pretty sure that was like the start of like episode 1.
Yeah, it was episode 1. Tentacle scene.
I just, I don't know.
Bro,
I,
that was the weirdest tentacle scene too.
and not just that. With me, Sword Art, like, they almost forced you to rewatch the last season to catch up to this season, because they jump started right into this season. Like, I was just like,
agree
whoa.
with you. I'm a bit okay. You know what I like? especially with what SAO should have done. Because like I kind of think I did this in the prior seasons. Actually, when I think about it, right? When you think about it, they gave you insight to what's happened last time and what's happened, and
But,
then
like,
they kind of move forward. But this one is like, what? What the fuck?
yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of just got dropped into the deep end.
I don't remember full on Alticization.
Yeah, so
I don't even like that. That's not a problem for me. The problem for me was like the callbacks in the most recent episode to what was it? Like Black Coffin or something? Like the
the
villain from
laughing
like
coffin,
Yeah.
laughing
yeah, the
coffin.
yeah, like I do not remember anything from Gunville Online from
think-
season 1. Like
Laughing Coffin was
Laughing
like
Coffin
the
was-
original PK guild.
Yeah,
And,
in SAO,
in the
like
first season.
the first season, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the villains are so like forgettable sometimes. You
That's
know,
the
like
thing,
I don't
and-
understand their motives.
That's the thing. I
So-
think it really encompassed the point of like filling in plot holes though, because they weren't mentioned that much per se.
it was
Exactly.
hard for me to understand like what exactly
But at the same
happened.
time, it was so obscure in episode 1, and now that they mention it, it's like what? Well, I don't.
Yeah.
What? It's traumatizing. Excuse me.
yeah,
I don't remember this.
I don't
And-
remember this villain being this much of a problem. Like that's
yeah,
like,
exactly. I think that. I guess it leads us into
I guess for
episode
SAO
2.
fanboys, we're kind of like irking them, but like.
wait,
That's
I
okay.
am an SAO.
I
fanboy,
love
that's the
SAO.
crazy part.
My like display photo
Talking
for
about the ones who would
Discord.
hunt me down.
But it's not that I don't like SEO. I want that show to be good. Like
Oh,
Episode-
don't get me
was
wrong.
episode 2,
I think it's gonna be good.
was episode 2 Berculi?
No, I think that's
Bertoli?
episode 3.
Cooley.
Yeah,
Oh, that's in
Berkeley.
episode 2, bro.
It is episode 2, right?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
started it in
right,
episode
right.
2, and like that fight scene was
I literally writing a sad moment
insane.
to the anime.
Yeah, it is a sad moment, bro. But like that was insane. I loved it when he like you felt tense for him when he was like trying to go get the timestamp for where like his time
So
sword.
you could kill
like,
the dark leader or whatever.
yeah, and like I don't know if like you remember this scene particularly, but it's like the season. It's episode 2 transitioning into episode 3, where you see Alice crying, saying, "How can there be a fight when only one person has like sacrifices?" And I'm like, "Whoa, that's pretty deep." Like and like at the same time,
what really,
Alice
like,
is also
throws me
Alice is an AI, right? Like that's the whole point of
That's
Alice.
the thing. So the
It's
Fluff
like,
Light system, from what
whoa.
I know, right,
Yeah,
is their actual proper souls or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah,
are in
they
the
are.
They're
flux
actual
light.
people who have died.
Yeah.
And those are real people into an AI kind of body kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And that throws me off so hard because you remember episode, I think 4, 3, I remember, where the guy with the gun was holding up a gun. He's working for the Chinese, I think.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
no, he's
yeah,
working for the
yeah,
Americans.
yeah.
And then there's the Chinese and
Yeah,
I'm like-
that was also I got a little confused there too. I
I'm
was
like,
like, whoa.
I was like, what
I think
the fuck?
I think that's supposed to be a callback from like the first half of the season where do you remember at the end where like the helicarrier or whatever gets invaded by the army and then
Yeah.
they're trying to go into the control room to steal Alice? I think I
Yeah.
don't know why they're trying to steal her because they didn't really do a good job.
I
of,
think it's because she
explaining
can control missiles or something. Like
Oh, okay.
I think
Well,
she's.
I
like-
believe it's because like with a proper AI, they can do AI guided missiles.
Okay.
So I think that's what it is. So the missiles are like unmanned and stuff. So
Yeah.
anyhow, but like it wasn't very well explained. They just kind of got stuck, and now Kirito, and then they also explained that Kirito's like flux light is damaged and whatever,
Yeah.
and that it can be fixed if his memories are jump started by people
The power of friendship.
by the power of
Oh,
friendship.
yes.
If you have the power
And
of
that's a big thing because they're really hinting at what Toonie just said. The
Yeah.
power of friendship when, as you can see, episode 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
It made me really want to watch the next episode though. I won't
I'm
lie.
curious for what happens. I want to know what happens next. Asuna like really struggling inside the world is really cool. Seeing her like bleed like whenever she uses her like admin powers,
Yeah.
and it's like
I think seeing like different like variations of like each person's character, because they all transferred from like a different game into this game, and like seeing their powers and like what they could do it was also a pretty cool moment.
yeah. And then people are also. I remember in the most recent episode they asked why are we using your main characters on like a alpha
A
game
different game.
or
Yeah.
like an alpha, not a or because it's not a full game yet or whatever. Also, Shino had like her Barrett 50 cal against the guy who the callback to Gun Gale.
Sinon?
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool. Like that was a really cool scene with her pulling out the 50 cal and then her shooting him in the hand, and he just heals back.
Yep.
So like,
But honestly, to me, like the first like few episodes were. I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but they were kind of boring, bro. They were just
they're forgettable.
one by one introducing like his friends or whatever, right?
Yeah, it's forgettable. I just don't know what
First
to.
one was Leafa. The second one was Klein. Like Klein showed
Klein
up
coming back.
Klein was at episode of 1, I believe, at the end of episode 1.
And then
it might have been at the end of episode 1. Like
and then
you're just taking your time with
Shino
it.
coming back.
Yeah.
How many episodes are in this season?
Yeah, it was at end of episode 1.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be 24 episodes this season. I think they're being. Yeah.
But are they gonna divide it into parts again?
No, this is the second part already.
This is
War
sequel.
for
This is Underworld. This is War of Underworld, which only has 12 episodes.
Yeah, 12 episodes.
Yeah, it's so far a fairly forgettable season. It might even hit like
I think
6
that's
for
a
me.
problem.
Like
with
it might even be a
Sword Art
6
right
at this
now, what
point.
they're doing, it's like, they have so many arcs that are like sometimes like doo doo.
But like I feel like this arc was called like one of the best arcs they've ever had. Like whenever people talk about, I've read forums about it.
Arcs.
Yeah,
but
I've read
for
so
me,
many forums.
it's like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah, to me, honestly, I think because this is a continuation of Alicization, right?
Yeah.
But Alicization to me was like it was so good. It was like a 9 out of 10 for me.
I loved it.
It was amazing. It was
but
amazing.
the thing for me was they didn't focus on like his side characters or his little like harem that he has going on, you know? Because like those characters, like you already know their motives, you already know why they're fighting. Like it's just to get his attention, and like.
Yeah, the ending of Alicization was hilarious. By the way,
so good.
Yeah, the ending was hilarious.
And there was real consequences.
Yeah, the two girls getting captured, like that was sort of right. Yeah.
And Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Yu-Gi-Oh fighting the administrator at the end.
Yeah, dude, wow, what I forgot how good that season was. Oh my.
Yeah.
Bro, you know what bothers me so much?
What's up?
Like I said before, the weird creepy characters.
Yeah.
But why is that so reoccurring for SAO for what it is?
I don't know if
like,
it's trying
you could
to
have a good protagonist, like an antagonist,
Mhm.
without being so goddamn creepy. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it's the Emperor guy who's creepy. I think it's the other guy who's holding up. Sorry for any spoilers we say about it for people who haven't watched it yet. But like,
you're a little late on that one, sir.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. But like, it's the whole point. Like, why is with everyone being so rapey?
Yeah. You're not wrong. It's
like,
it's what it is, and it's uncomfortable at points. It's just like,
yeah, no, it's super uncomfortable to watch. Technically, for me especially, because I'm like, I don't like watching that.
It's too rapey. Like, it's unnecessarily rapey. I think that's. Yeah. I think right now I
think SAO can do good without all those undertones.
Yeah,
it doesn't need it to be
That's
there. Yeah. I'm just kind of waiting for Kirito to wake up and go berserk on these people.
Yeah,
like,
we all know it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. I think they're just
gonna happen next episode because we can see.
I just want to see him go absolutely ape shit on some kids.
Wait, that's another problem I have with SAO, because every season that's gonna happen. Bro.
But wait, don't you love the fight scenes with Kirito?
I do, but
they're so good.
I guess, for me,
they're so good. Like, the overpowered main character. There's like an actual niche like genre.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
Right.
That fits SAO perfectly.
It fits SAO to a T.
That's one of my favorite genres.
TJ.
Because I just like to see the protagonist wreck shit.
Yeah, I do too, and like. Kirito is just really good. Like, I remember in Gun Gale when all he had was a sword and everyone else was using guns. TJ, you good, bro?
That was
cool. No.
You alright, man?
Because we talk about SAO.
Yeah, this dude has like a mustache. But like he pulls out his like lightsaber and goes to town on
I'm not gonna lie, I really liked Gun Gale Online because it was so fucking out of nowhere and random, and it didn't fit like what SAO was.
Did you guys watch the side story with the pink?
I haven't watched
the pink.
Yeah,
the battle royale was so good. Yeah, the tournament one. The girl with the P90, the Akimbo P90s.
Gun Gale Alternative.
Yeah, I loved it so much. I loved it. It was so funny. Like. And this little girl is zooming, bro. It looks like Modern Warfare and the 12-heart servers.
Okay, it tunes. The best way you can explain it is like this, like 4'11" girl in
Yeah,
game
I've seen like the
is
first
like
episode.
7'2" or some shit.
And her like partner is like a goat sniper basically, but
Okay. I seen her with her little like pink P90, bro.
dude, she's like, I forgot how she won like the lottery or something, and she's like, this is the gun I want, or she saved up
Yeah.
all her credits and said, I want that, and everyone's like, that's like a terrible gun, it's blah blah blah, and
But
she's
she's
like,
going to town with it.
she is going to town, bro. I'd never seen anything like it. It was so fun to watch.
It
Because
was so refreshing from the actual
yeah, it was really refreshing because it wasn't Kirito like smoking everyone.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's the problem with SAO, for me at least.
I feel like 100% like within the next 2 episodes, Kirito's gonna wake up because somehow he saved what's her face from getting kissed.
Sinon?
Yeah, from Sino from
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
kissed
yeah,
with his like little disc thingy on her neck.
Yeah.
Beats me how he did that, but
the power of friendship.
Friendship.
with the power of anime on my side. Anyhow.
Yeah, but if I were to actually really give
let's give this a rating. Let's give this a rating, guys. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna go with Toons first. I need to know Toons' opinion on this. I need to know Toons' opinion on this.
For the entire series, I'd probably give it a 6.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it's just very forgettable, and there's just too many callbacks that I have like no like memory of.
I would agree.
I feel a 6 for all our listeners here. This show, it can be special. Like a lot of the seasons are like really good seasons of anime, but right now, like this new season, 4 episodes in. Keep in mind, it's supposed to be 12.
Change, definitely
this is 1/3. We're 1/3 of the way. Yeah, 4 times 3 is 12, right?
4 times 3 is 12. Yes.
1/3 of the way through. I think it gets a 6, guys. That's your Sozo Dubs recommendation for Sword Art Online Altization, War of Underworld. Yeah, and I think going off of that is also the end of this episode. I would like to thank TJ for joining us. It's always appreciated, my friend.
Thank you.
To all of you who stuck through this and listened to this, please follow us down on our socials in the description below underneath TJ, because, you know, it's TJ Point. There we go. Somewhere down there. Somewhere down there. If you want to see more of our recommendations for anime, our anime lists are also in the description. And also follow the core content
on Twitter.
Yep, contact him on Twitter for any gripes and issues with tier lists.
For my tier list.
There we go. Make sure he'll take you all on.
All the harem animes out of 10.
Oh yeah, you can't handle him on Twitter. It's a problem. And yeah, make sure you follow the core content on Twitter as well. Thank you guys. That is Subzo Dubs episode 3. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.